One save was so good, guys, you usually only see that in video games, and another one is called the goalkeeper save of the century. Here are the 20 most incredible goalkeeper saves in World Cup history. And this brilliant performance by the goalkeeper made the commentator go crazy.
The corner comes in! Ochoa in the post!
Guillermo Ochoa with insane reflexes. But this save was nothing compared to our number 19, because this one was in the last seconds of the game.
And a great save!
Belgium goalkeeper Courtois deflected Neymar's shot over the goalpost, and no wonder he was honored as the best goalkeeper of the tournament and became FIFA Goalkeeper of the Year.
I can enjoy this moment, but tomorrow is back to training.
Yeah, setting a nice example, Courtois, but you also have to celebrate your victories. Just like the goalkeeper did at our number 18. That save is unbelievable.
Vidal!
Wait, what? How did Valladares get the ball? But you know, unfortunately it didn't help. Honduras lost the game in the group match of the 2010 World Cup against Chile. Our next save, guys, on the other hand, was one of the most important ever in a World Cup final. We're at the World Cup 1954. Germany met title favorite Hungary in the final, who had already beaten the Germans 8-3 in the group stage. We are in the 23rd minute and the score was 2-2.
Aufrücken. Jetzt heben sie den Ball in den deutschen Strafraum hinein. Schuss! Abwehr von Turek!
Aber Toni hat so gut reagiert, da haben wir auch selbst nicht mitgerechnet. Und ich glaube, er auch nicht.
The German Toni Turek with an insane save. And I mean, we all know what happened afterwards. Germany became world champion for the first time. And our next goalkeeper also became a world champion, also thanks to this unbelievable save, which literally made fans and players cry. Hugo Lloris with a crazy save in the quarterfinal against Uruguay at the 2018 World Cup. But our next goalkeeper was so good that his save set a new world record. In 2014, the US marched all the way to the round of 16, where they faced one of the favorites, Belgium. And hey, the Belgians came out strong right from the get-go. Howard with a total of 16 saves, a new record at a World Cup. And hey, even though the US lost in the end, he was celebrated on the internet, and people speculated about all the things that he could have saved. For example, the Titanic, the dinosaurs, or Ned Stark. On Wikipedia, someone even changed his job title. Secretary of Defense. Okay, that is pretty hilarious. But what did he actually think about the whole thing?
How does this change your life?
It doesn't, this is what I've been doing, and as I've said before, this is what I sign up to do, just get in the way of balls and try and block them.
Honestly, what a nice guy. Our next goalkeeper, however, gave us some different kind of interviews.
Ist mir scheißegal.
Oliver Kahn. He played an insane tournament with Germany in 2002 with insane saves. But his best performance during the World Cup was probably in the quarterfinal against the US. Kahn, the German cat. Thanks to his good performances, Germany marched all the way to the final against Brazil. And in this game, the Brazilian goalkeeper showed us a brilliant save, which made the reporter go nuts.
Way out here. And a crack for Neuville, it's hit the post!
Neuville thought to himself, hey, I'm gonna kick it like Roberto Carlos, and shot the ball around the wall with the outside of his foot. But goalkeeper Marcos was there with his fingertips. And hey, pulling off a save, guys, is something special. But our next goalkeeper pulled off two brilliant saves in a matter of seconds.
La frappe de Malouda, la reprise du signalé en jeu. Très aidé.
And hey guys, who says we can only show saves by goalkeepers here? Oh yes, the title saying the 20 best goalkeeper saves. But you have to see this one. Our number 11 is crazy because the player had better reflexes than some goalkeepers, and because of that he has been hated in Africa ever since. In the quarterfinal match, Uruguay and Ghana met, and Ghana played an amazing game. They took the lead,
Sorry, goes for goal!
but Uruguay equalized.
Moment in the match for Uruguay!
And nevertheless, the Africans kept going, and in stoppage time they had the chance to become the first African team to reach a World Cup semi-final.
It's going to get the flick in, and Muslera, cleared on the line, and cleared on the line a second. The referee's assistant is flagging.
I think it was just instinct. Any player would have done the same, not just me.
Yeah, sorry Suarez. I'm not sure about that. I mean, you're not exactly known for being the most sportsmanlike player. But now, there was still a penalty for Ghana. This was their chance.
And he hits the bar.
He hit the crossbar. The game went to a penalty shootout, and there...
Another, it is Abreu. It's the cheekiest chip.
Ghana were knocked out of the tournament. And hey, these saves were all quite nice, but now we get to the really great ones in really important games. But hey, first we gotta talk about a save that even surprised the goalkeeper. Gigi Buffon against Podolski's shot in the 2006 World Cup semi-final. Whew, I don't want to stand in the way there.
La parata su Podolski nella semifinale del Mondiale del 2006 contro la Germania me la ricordo benissimo e secondo me è stata una parata spettacolare, ma aveva un quoziente di difficoltà veramente elevato.
And the next couple of saves changed this goalkeeper's lives forever and even made him a sex symbol. Yeah, no joke. We're at the 1990 World Cup and the goalkeeper we're talking about, yeah, he was only on the bench for Argentina. But then, in the second game, a moment that was to change everything. Number 1 goalkeeper Neri Pompidou broke his leg and Goalkeeper was substituted in. In the round of 16, he made some very important saves against Brazil. And then the big moment, penalty shootout in the quarterfinal against Yugoslavia. Argentina needed a penalty hero, and well, Maradona wasn't up for the job. Goalkeeper with a save. Then another penalty shootout against hosts Italy. Immense pressure for the goalkeeper, who was supposed to sit on the bench.
Donadoni, and he saved it. Goalkeeper has saved it. And he doesn't, and it's all over.
And he saved 2 penalties and became a national hero in his home country. Our next goalkeeper was also a national hero, and he saved a ball which many say can't be stopped. How quickly does Lev Yashin react here? No wonder they called him the Black Spider. And I'm not a fan of spiders, guys, but I could watch Lev forever. Now, to a save that was so good and so important that the whole of Brazil burst into tears. Italian Dino Zoff with a huge save at the World Cup '82. He saved the ball on the line, and look, the Brazilians were briefly celebrating because they thought the ball was in goal, but it wasn't. Italy moved to the next round and Brazil had to go home. Yeah, football can be cruel sometimes. Now, to a goalkeeper we've already seen, but who could it be?
I must have missed that.
It's the Mexican Ted Mosby, Guillermo Ochoa.
Este es Dani Alves, Neymar!
What a reaction from Ochoa. Not his only unbelievable save during the game. And because it was so much fun, now another goalkeeper that we have already seen. Yes, Gigi Buffon. Also thanks to his saves, Italy was playing in the 2006 World Cup final against France. And in the 104th minute, he showed another insane save. See, done almost with the goal, and I'm not gonna bore you with what happened after.
Est-ce que vous regrettez réellement de l'avoir fait en tant qu'homme face à un adversaire?
En fait, je peux pas regretter mon geste.
And now, to one of the bravest substitutions in World Cup history. In 2014, the Netherlands played Costa Rica in the quarterfinals. Extra time was almost over, and suddenly substitute goalkeeper Tim Krul was sent to warm up.
I started getting a bit more nervous and started getting stretched, like to do some stretches, and a few of the lads on the bench didn't know this was going to happen. So they were looking at me like, what are you doing? Like, just sit down.
Tim Krul is coming on here, and it's Jasper Cillessen who's going off.
And that made Costa Rica nervous, because I mean, if the Netherlands substitute the goalkeeper for a penalty shootout, then he must be really good, right? And yes, Krul immediately managed to get into the heads of the opponents.
I think the main moment for me was Brian Ruiz, who speaks Dutch. I said a few things in Dutch to him, and then he kind of just looked up, and that was the moment for me where I could see in his eyes that he was nervous.
And here comes Ruiz, and Krul gets
And then at the next penalty, he started to warm up in front of the player.
When you look in the eyes of Michael at that moment, he looked petrified. The pressure of the whole country was on his shoulders, you can see.
It's Amano who steps up. Oh, Krul has saved it!
No surprise, Van Gaal was smiling here. And yes, Krul's performance was great, but our number 3 is something very special. And the great Pelé himself said that this brilliant save was one of the best he had ever seen in his life. Wait, what? Pelé with a great header, and England's Gordon Banks made a mad save at the 1970 World Cup. The ball was really hard to control, guys, because it hit the ground beforehand and Banks didn't know exactly how high the ball would bounce.
But Pelé actually shouted goal as he headed it, because he thought that it would finish up in the back of the net. He had been quoted later on saying that he did think it was the best save that he'd ever seen. Whether he still says that or not, I don't know.
I would say a worthy 3rd place, but hey, we still have 2 more that are perhaps even better than this save by Banks, because this one during the World Cup final could have been the beginning of the end for Spain. Arjen Robben, he usually would score in this situation, but Iker Casillas lifted his foot just in time and made an incredible save. And things got really emotional in the interview afterwards. And guys, if you're thinking now, what's wrong with the Spanish always kissing people after winning a World Cup? Well, here it was okay. This was Casillas' girlfriend back then, Sarah. And our first place, a save by a goalkeeper who likes to kiss the goalpost.
It will be probably the best save of my football career.
Emiliano Martinez with a save in the final seconds of extra time in the 2022 World Cup final. The fans went nuts, but not as crazy as these ones here. If you want to see more clips of fans who went a bit too far, then check out our video here.